All right, all right. Hello, hello, my friends. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? We're back here doing a live to help you with your English. So, looks like we have a little bit of a lag. Okay, great. So, we're going to jump over here to this camera. We are getting started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, fantastic. So this is our very first English story live that we are doing in 2020. We are taking a look here at a story called The Dragon Mage, or at least that's what I'm calling it now until we can get a better setup. All right, here we go. So let's jump over in the screen to the picture that we are basing this story on. All right, so let me share it with you here on the screen. I'm still learning how to use, there we go. There we go. I think that's it. How's that? Can you all see that? So this is the picture that we're using for the lesson today. All right. So you can see down here, we have our person, our mage, whatever we're going to call him. Do you all want to give him a name? If anybody has a name for him, go ahead and give him a name. All right. So for my story, I called him G. All right. Actually, let me redo that. Get my writing a bit better for you. G. Okay. So that's what I'm calling him. This is his pet dragon here. And we're going to base the story around this mage and his dragon. It's a pretty cool looking dragon, huh? All right, delete everything so y'all can get a good look at that. So leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this picture. All right, I'm going to jump over here and see what's going on, how you all are doing. I'm going to leave a comment here for you. I'm in the YouTube comments now. Good, good. All right, so Okay, so what do you see in the picture? What do y'all see? Let's go ahead and take a look at our picture again. There we go. So what do y'all see? What kinds of things do you see in this picture? Right? We've got, first of all, a person, right? Let me go ahead and get my pen up again. So we have this person here. So far, I have been calling him G. We can change his name later if you all have a better name for him. What else do you see? You see the dragon. Here we've got the dragon, right? Describe the dragon. Go ahead, while you're watching, you can write a description of what you see for this dragon. Go ahead and describe it with the words that you know in English. Okay. So even if you're watching later, this is live right now, but if you watch later during the recording, you can still leave a comment and describe the dragon. Size, appearance, color, looks, what it sounds like, what it smells like. Ever wonder what a dragon smells like? You only see them on TV in movies, so you never actually smell the dragon. Do you think they smell good or do you think they stink? Okay, so describe the dragon. Read other people's descriptions. See if there's words that you didn't know that you can learn here. And then write your own description. Okay? All right. So you see they're standing on some rocks down here, right? Kind of some rocky outcroppings. There's a kind of a eclipsed sun behind them, a ring of light. So it's kind of a smoky, blurry, dark background. All right. So what do you think is going on here? Why do you think the boy is talking to the dragon? What do you think they're talking about? Okay, so go ahead, describe it there in the comments as well. Let us know what you think is going on in this picture. I'll give you a minute or two to write your own description. Okay, I have already written a story based on this picture, but I'd like to hear your thoughts before we look at mine. Okay, so let's take a look over here in the YouTube comments. See, actually, let's delete. Oops, nobody commented. Even my comments disappeared. Oops, that's why we're in the wrong one. Okay, so no one else commented, no problem. Nobody knew we were doing this English class, but stay tuned because we will do more of these. And so you can participate in future upcoming English lessons. All right. see if the internet will hold up here, how it's holding up. Cool, pretty cool. You can actually see the screen inside of the screen. Huh? That's nice. You can see me here and you can see me here as well. Here and here, right? Pretty slick. Okay, so very good. Moving on. Now that we know how this works, I'm learning how this works. We'll improve and make it better. Don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to leave a public comment as well, and you can comment here in the descriptions. Okay, so if you're watching live, you can leave them here in the regular chat to talk to others. If you're not, you can leave your comment here to participate. In the recording. All right, good. So if you're watching the recording, since there's nobody here right now, that's okay. You can still leave your comment leave a public comment down here below describing the dragon. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back here into my version of the story. Good. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up the story so we can read through it. And you can ask questions about any words that you do not understand. Let me find it here. There we go. Found it. All right, so here is my version of the story. I will read it to you. If there are any words that you do not understand, leave a comment. That way, when I finish, I can explain them and help you understand what they mean. So if you leave a comment, mark the word, write the word that you don't understand, and then use a dash or a hyphen and put in part of the phrase so I know what part of the story you're referring to. Okay? So I'm going to read, listen. G crouched behind a rock. He peered into the darkness, watching the magnificent creature before him. I'm sorry, guys. I did not share my screen with you, so you all don't even know what I'm looking at. Let me go back and redo this while I learn how to figure this all out. All right, there you go. There you go. Very good. Okay, so we'll start over again. I'm going to be reading right here. G crouched behind a rock. G crouched behind a rock. He peered into the Remember, this was the word that we focused on our Instagram story today. He peered into the darkness, watching the magnificent creature before him. His heart beat faster as it came closer. The boy tried to calm himself down, but it was almost impossible. So that is the first paragraph. Do you have any questions about any of those words? No, there's a lag, so it'll probably take a few minutes to show up. But in the meantime, I will continue to read the second paragraph. All right, and I will undo this. Sure, there's a better way to do this. Have to learn how. Okay, continuing on, we're going back to the story. Paragraph 2. Okay, remember, if you have questions about the words, the expressions, the grammar structures, pronunciations, anything at all, leave a comment there and I can answer them later. I do hope to figure out how to do this better. I apologize for any delays or long time that it's taking, but we'll figure this all out as we always do, right? So here we go. The darkness in the cave was oppressive. He was already having trouble breathing, and the hot the air made it even more difficult. G wanted to stand up and stretch, but that was out of the question right now unless he wanted to be seen. All right. So moving on to paragraph number 3, we'll label this 1, 2, 3. If you have questions, make sure to label the paragraph it's in so that way I can find it easier. Number 3 is what we're reading now. G gripped the staff in his hand more tightly. All right, do you know what a staff is? Let's go back and take a look at things he is holding. Rid of all that. This is his staff, okay? That is the thing that G is holding. So we have 1, 3. G gripped the staff in his hand more tightly. He waited silently as the beast moved steadily toward him. He was amazed that up until now, the animal had made no sound at all. All right, any questions there? Number 4. In a large chamber like this, the slightest scrape of a rock would have echoed loudly, breaking the thick silence that permeated the air. All right, let's see if we have any questions. And I know there's a lag, so we'll do the best we can. All right, still no questions, no problem. Moving on to paragraph number 5. G slowed even his breathing, afraid that the faintest sniffle might alert the scaly creature to his presence. The beast stopped and craned its neck forward. It lowered its back and stretched out its large, leathery wings. All right, so it's large, leathery wings. And you can see the large, leathery wings right here. Right? Going back, we're going to delete all our lines because we're going back to move up here. This is paragraph 5, which we just read. So we're going to start here, paragraph 6. The immense range awed the young human watching it. G could barely believe what he was seeing. He wanted to reach out and touch them, to actually feel the leathery scales for himself. Any question there? Paragraph 7. The fabled beast was so close, just a few steps away from him. Paragraph 8. G knew that it was searching for him. He could sense it straining in the darkness, trying to figure out what was going on. Or at least that's what G thinks is going on. Paragraph 9. He gripped the staff in his hands more tightly. It was the only thing that kept him from being discovered, or so he thought, as you'll soon find out. Step forward. I have been waiting. Why do you hide behind rock like a frog? The great beast hissed. All right. So now the dragon actually called out to G. G's heart skipped a beat. He lowered his head and tried to make himself smaller, wondering if he had heard correctly. Did it really know he was here? Or was it to someone else? All right, so those are paragraphs 6 through 11. Mark that so we can scroll down. That didn't work like I thought. Supposed to scroll up the arrow too, right? All right, there we are. This is paragraph 12 then, right? Let's take a look, see if we have any questions. If you have any questions, remember, you can comment here right now in the public chat, or if you're watching the recording, you can leave a comment here in the public chat. Public chat is probably better because then it will still be available even after the class is over. But no problem. We'll continue on here. Paragraph number 12, no one else answered. Notice the pronunciation to answered. Answered. It's not answered, it's answered. The silence in the air thickened. The only part of the creature that G could still see was its tail sticking out from behind the rock that he was crouched behind. 14. The tail swayed slowly from side to side. G raised his head a little, following the rough outline of the creature's back and wings. He couldn't quite tell if it was looking in his direction. He half hoped that someone else had followed him in here, right? Dragon's talking with somebody. G wished it were someone else, not him. Maybe the monster was referring to another person. And yet it was here, just on the other side of the rock, that he had chosen to hide behind. It would be too much of a coincidence, right? Not too many people down in a dark cave with a dragon. Are you talking to me? G whispered softly. Of course, silly. Who else would I be talking to in here? It's not like I get many visitors down here. And let me change that. I get many visitors down here. So the nice part of us doing this here together is that we can immediately make any changes as we go. So of course, silly. Continuing on, let me just check, see if there are any comments or questions. No comments or questions. Everybody is so quiet today. All right. Hello, hello, everyone. Leave me a comment and let me know you're live. All right. I'm reading the story here, so as soon as I finish, we will talk some more. But continuing on here, I believe this is paragraph 20. G stood slowly to his feet. He grasped the staff more tight. Remember, staff we saw was the object that G is carrying more tightly and held it out in front of himself for protection. He couldn't help but notice that the glow from the tip of his staff matched the bluish white glow in the dragon's eye. So you see here, glow from the staff, the glow in the dragon's eye. Next paragraph, a low, throaty rumble came from the creature's chest, almost as if the beast were laughing at him. G felt slightly miffed, frowned. Miffed. What does miffed mean? Anybody know what the word miffed means? All right. Hey, Isadora Carvalho, Racine Kwasumov. Hello, hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. All right. Good. Glad to know you all are here. Thank you for participating. So, very good. Where are you all from? Where is everybody from? Okay, Russ says, I am no little English. Okay, Rasim, no problem. That is why you are here, right? To learn English. That's why I am here to help you learn English. All right, Canada, Hoka Inglesi, Hazralik in Canada. I guess that's the whole name. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, is asking, what is the source, David? Can you share the PDF as well? That is a very good question. Actually, this will be on my blog here in the future, but now it is only on my PDF. Hang on. I'm sorry, not my PDF, in my Word doc here, because I just wrote this morning, and I wanted to get it up live on the. Hang on, let me flip over here to this camera. So I wanted to get this up before the class, but I didn't have time because I had a few other things to do today. But yes, I will make it available soon, and I will share that information with y'all soon. So you can actually download this yourself. Actually, you know what? I think I can share the link. Let me delete this stuff. Get rid of all those. Yes. So get a shareable link. I will make it so you can view the link. How's that work? Maybe this will help. Okay. So there is the docs document, and PDF will come soon. All right. Jarmila says, hi, everyone from the Czech Republic. All right. Hey, Jarmila. Very nice. Good to talk with you. Which word did you ask? I asked the word miffed. Miffed. Does anybody know what the word miffed means? All right. Miffed means annoyed. Very good, Canada. That is correct. Means that they are annoyed. Very, very good. Okay, so continuing on, let's go back. I'll read a bit more from our story here. I believe we're on paragraph number 22. Let me go ahead and switch the camera back over so y'all see me here on this camera. Okay, so here we go. The dragon's talking now. Did you really think you could control me with that thing? Dragon asked. So what did you think you could use to control the dragon? What is it that the dragon is referring to? This little thing right here, right? What do we call this? That's right, the staff, right? He could use the staff to control the dragon. Okay, Rasim says, I don't understand. Okay, Rasim, no problem. What did you not understand? Did you not understand the word miffed? Was that what you didn't understand? Miffed just means that you're annoyed, you're upset, a little bit angry at something someone else does. All right, so we are going to continue reading here. 23. G shrugged. His face burned with shame. The question made him feel stupid. However, in his defense, the old man that told G about the staff had made it sound like this was a powerful magical item that could control magical creatures, dragons. All right. Questions there? 24. Dragons are too powerful to be controlled by such puny devices, the beast rumbled. We control everything and everyone around us. Oops, I am pulling that up too soon because we got to keep our numbers here, right? 25. So he wanted to do something to put the creature in its place, but he didn't feel comfortable correcting a giant monster in a dark cave. So G kept his mouth shut. He lifted his head and apologized. Come, G, I brought you here for a reason. All right. You know what I'm going to do, guys? Hang on just a second. I'm going to transfer this over here so I can see your comments better. I think this will work better. All right. Good, good. Okay. So let me delete. Actually, you know what? This is a better way to do it, probably. Okay, so come, G, I brought you here for a reason, is what dragon says. The man jerked his head back upright. How did the creature know his name? And why had it brought him here? So now a question. How does the dragon know who he is, right? That is an interesting question. And my question is, why can't I delete this 22? The 22 does not want to be deleted. I can't delete that. Strange, but okay. We can live with a 22 there. G followed the dragon back across the rocks until they came to an abyss, a great dark chasm that yawned out into the blackness. He couldn't see where it ended or how deep it went. He looked over at the dragon beside him that was now leaning back on its haunches. All right, so what are haunches? You know what haunches are? These are his haunches. My pen isn't working, and I'm not sure why. There we go. Okay, so those are his haunches, his back legs. The dragon's back legs are his haunches. So he's sitting back against the rock. You have done well, little one, the dragon says. The words irked G to no end. He was getting fed up with this dumb dragon and its patronizing lines. What have I done well? G asks. Completing the missions that I assigned you. G looked at him blankly, his mind whirling, trying to process the information. What, silly human? Did you really think that staff would control me? I had you bring it because I needed it. Needed it. All right. Needed. Here we have need. Let me make my handy dandy line thinner. Needed and need. So need needed, need, needed. Got it? We need it. See how the need it kind of merges to sound like needed, needed, need it. So these are some sounds that are very similar in English that you have to pay close attention to. All right. So need it, needed it, need it, needed it. All right. Continuing on. Suddenly, everything fell into place and began to come together for him. The old man told him about the staff, everything G had been through to find it. This creature here orchestrated it all. Now, G only had one burning question. Why? That is G's question. Right. Very nice. Okay, just reading the comments here. All right. Rasim says bye. Bye, Rasim. Required. Okay. Canada says required. Needed is an adjective. And Jarmila says past. Yes, very good. All right. Fantastic. Great. So, do you guys have any questions about the story so far? Anybody have any questions? Do you want to talk about something in English? Alrighty, I know there's a little bit of a lag here, so it'll take a little bit for the screen to change over. So you all hear what I'm saying now, and later I have to change the configuration so that we can communicate more effectively. I apologize for any problems. I'm still learning how to use this software. All right, so questions. Anybody have any questions? Later in upcoming videos, I will provide you with a link to participate directly in the Zoom webcast because it'll be a lot faster. So let me go ahead and share with you how you can follow along with the stories that we're writing. Right? So you're actually going to see my version. Let me go ahead and log out. So you actually see what it looks like when you log in. Never seen this page before. I guess this is something new that they're doing here. Yeah, sorry guys, my internet is really, really slow here. So we'll give it a minute to load up. Okay, Canada, not really. Everything's crystal clear. Fantastic, Canada. Your English is really. How long have you been studying English, or are you a teacher? Right, Jarmila is asking, where am I from? Jarmila, I'm currently living in Florida in the United States. I spent a long time down in Brazil teaching English. No, I'm not from Canada. Canada's asking if I'm from Canada. I am not. I have been there a couple of times. but I'm originally from Florida. I was born in Florida. So I like Canada. It's a nice place. I have a lot of Canadian friends. Are you living in Canada now, I assume? And if so, where? Looks like Canada, Lee, Hoka, Inglesi, Haserlik in Canada. All right, let's see if this is okay. So here we go. Dun, 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 dun. So this is dun, dun, dun. This is different. They've completely changed this. So I'm not sure what's happening. Sorry about this, guys. I actually wanted you just to see the follow button so you could follow along here. It's talking about membership things, but that's not what I wanted to show you. But there's supposed to be a place where you can actually follow the page and you will, yeah, they've definitely changed this site recently. But anyways, I'll have to figure it out. It's going. It's been a while since been about 6 months since I was teaching English, and this was a site where I used to post stories. So this is where I was planning on posting today's story, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. So anyways, I won't leave the link here now, but I'll figure out a place to post the stories so that I can share them and you all can have access to them and the videos as well. Okay, Candalee, you've been living in Canada for more than 4 years. Great. And in Toronto, nice. Okay. You're an English teacher as well. Amazing. That's great. How long have you been teaching English? So fantastic. So, anyways, like I said, I was teaching English for the past 20 years down in Brazil. I recently came back to Florida and want to start teaching online. So, this is kind of a test for me to figure out how the platform works. And hopefully, we'll definitely improve this through Zoom. I mean, I'm streaming into YouTube, but I will post links to the actual Zoom webinars, which I did on my Instagram page. So that was the only place I posted the Zoom link. We'll have to find like a regular place to post link. That way you guys can click the links and participate directly in Zoom so we can actually talk and have the conversation. But this is a good first start, right? YouTube streaming live is a pretty cool tool. So there's just a little bit of a lag here because my internet and my lack of knowing how to use the software appropriately, but I will learn. They will get better. I will do my best. So cool. Candalee says that you teach mostly IELTS and TOEFL classes. That's great. Amazing. I'd love to chat with you more sometime, talk about English teaching and classes in general. So go ahead, Candalee. Go ahead and share your link if you have a link with your teaching page or a blog or your YouTube channel, whatever it is that you do with us. I'm curious. Would love to connect with you, find out more. And Jarmila's asking, the stories are written by you. Yes, Jarmila, I do write the stories myself. When I was in Brazil, I taught with stories. I think stories are a great framework for teaching because within the framework of the story, you can teach the vocabulary, the grammar structures, the pronunciation, the expressions. And I actually wanted to do more of that with this story but because of the lag here in the video, my internet connection, and not knowing how to use the software 100%, it didn't go quite like I planned. But like I said, still a first good class. So if you'll have more questions, feel free to fire away. I will answer more questions. I won't try to teach any more right now because I do need to figure this out better. But Kimberly wrote, I do really like the way you teach. You're an amazing teacher and in many regards. Oh, thanks, Canada Lee. I appreciate your kind words. Do you teach online, I assume? Do you teach with Zoom or some other online platform? Jarmila says the sound of your microphone is not clear. Sometimes it's interrupted. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, Jarmila. I apologize. I will have to get a better microphone and I will have to check my internet connection. And I probably also need to check my configurations here for streaming because maybe they're set too high. I think it's set for a variable amount, and maybe I should limit it so it'll actually load up faster. All right, Canada Lee says, thanks a lot, and I do appreciate it. I only have a bilingual YouTube channel, which is in English and Turkish. Cool, Turkish, huh? It can be accessed via this account. I am already typing. Thanks, though. Fantastic. I'll definitely check it out. Subscribe to your channel and follow along. Maybe I'll learn a little Turkish as well. All right. I've never used Zoom, and I do not know if it is free or not. Zoom is free. They have a free option. They also have paid options that you can upgrade. I did use them a little bit a long time ago, but I definitely am looking back into it. I am trying it out again today, and I hope I can make it work here so we can have many conversations and English classes. All right, Kendall says I only use Skype to tutor some of my students from different parts of the world. It's cool. So Skype is a very good option, obviously, and you teach people from the world. Amazing. That's cool. All right, Jarmila says teaching is very interesting and pretty well. Thanks, Jarmila. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Candlely, and you're welcome. All right, y'all. So we have been on here 53 minutes. We'll go ahead and start wrapping things up. So let me go ahead. I'll go ahead and put in my, can't type. Come on, David. Type right. Here we go. Put in my blog. This isn't where I generally post my stories. This is just my blog, but follow me there for now until I can figure out a place for us to put up the English lessons and videos. And follow us here on the YouTube channel as well. If you want to participate more times, find out when we are doing the English lessons. I hope to do these every day. My goal is to write one short story every day and teach an English lesson. I think it'll be pretty cool. Yes, I do. So most of my social media accounts are all Dave Bailey me, like that. So Instagram, Dave Bailey me. I have Facebook, Dave Bailey me. I have Twitter, Dave Bailey me. Let's see, we've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I think those are the main social media accounts that I use, but they're all Dave Bailey me. So just stick Dave Bailey me on the end of my any of the main social media accounts and connect with me there. It'll be great to chat with you all more. Carry on. So, yeah, definitely. If you guys are English teachers and you need help, questions, I'll be glad to talk more about that as well. I taught English for 20 years in Brazil. I taught for a couple of years in Brazilian English schools. And then I ended up starting an English school and taught there for 17 years. So we created a whole curriculum for that, trained a lot of teachers, helped other people open up English schools in Brazil as well. So, if there's any questions that you have about English teaching or an English school or any questions about that as well, feel free to ask for help as well, because I thought we were going to focus more on English students, but it seems like we've got English teachers as well in here, which is awesome. All right. Jarmila's asking, do you plan the live streams regularly? Jarmila, I plan on doing this every day. So, like I said, today is our very first live streaming. I haven't done this in about 6 months because I was in a process of moving and transition, but things are kind of settling down, and I hope to do this much more frequently. So, yes, the goal right now is to do this every day, at least one English class. I'm not sure exactly what we will teach yet because I don't know who's going to be watching and what you all want to learn. So we've got a lot of options. Can do conversation, do Q&As. You can do stories if you like the stories. I like stories. I think stories are fun. But yes, at least once a day, if not more. And definitely look forward to it, getting to and chatting with you more. Right. Let me ask you, Jarmila, what would you like to study? See a comment popped up here every day. Wow, interesting, nice. So if we were to do this every day, what would you like to do? What would be interesting for you? You know what your current level of English is? And go ahead and tell me what kind of areas you would like to study, problems you have with English, or what would help you improve your English listening and speaking skills. Besides me getting a better microphone, a better internet connection, and learning how to use this software better, right? All right. All right, all right. Okay, guys. Still a bit of a lag here. And I'm running out of things to say. So this a few more paragraphs, but I'm not going to try reading those right just because of the lag. I will plan on redoing this as well. I will plan on re-recording this lesson probably once we figure things out. And we'll redo this. I will re-record the whole story from start to finish with audio as well, so you can listen to it. Going back to where I was planning on doing posting the stories, but since they've changed, I'm not sure how much and how it's going to work. But for the meantime, you can still take a look here on my blog, for example, you'll see that we do have stories with audio. So you can see the stories here. They also have the audio included. So that way you can listen to them. So maybe I will just use my blog. I don't know. I have to play around with it. I wanted to kind of leave my blog to focus on like big important things and use like another place just to do the daily interactions and lessons. So that way the blog didn't get too cluttered up. But we'll try. We'll try different options and see what works here. All right. So Jarmila says intermediate level. That's great. Congratulations on reaching that level. Something from my traveling would be nice. Great. We can talk about traveling. Traveling is always good and how to increase your vocabulary fast. Very good, Jarmila. That is a very good question. There are plenty of things you can do to increase your vocabulary, and we can talk about those as well. All right. Okay, everybody. So we just hit an hour on our streaming here. So I will go ahead and wrap this up. Say thank you very much for participating. I look forward to seeing you all in future and up classes, lessons, webinars, whatever we call these. It'll be fun. Y'all have a great day, evening. It's almost evening here. So talk to y'all later.